me a favor, go to your y equals screen and go type in x squared to see what that graph looks like. I'll do it with you. Clear out whatever's already there for me. X squared. Hit your graph button. If anybody's seeing anything different, let me know because I want to change your windows and stuff. You're seeing something different? Okay, go to zoom on top, hit your zoom button, fellas, and then go to number 6, standard, and that'll get you back to your 10 by 10 grid. So hopefully you do see it afterwards. What's going on? Okay, let's say go back, quit. Let's see, we got something, yep, for some reason. And see how plot 1's highlighted?
Yeah.
I can't explain how that affects it, but now try it. You should be good. Everyone else is good? Okay, so anybody remember what this is called, by the way? Parabola. Yep. I don't need you guys to sketch it. I'm just going to sketch it on my notes here. All right, keep that in y1. Now we're going to do x squared plus 3. Based on everything we've done so far this year, what are your predictions? What's going to happen to my parabola, Mike? Think it'll shift up 3? Let's find out. Okay, so everyone go back to y equals. Now go to y2 and do x squared plus 3. And we'll see, Mike, if you're right. Yes, sir, you are correct. It does shift up 3. Okay, that curve does shift up 3. Good work. So we shift it up 3. All right, now I'm going to put it in. It's not outside. It's inside the parenthesis. I don't know, maybe you remember this from last year. I don't know. Anybody remember what happens when I put it inside?
It's going to shift to left and right.
Left and right? What do we think? Right or left if it's plus 3 inside?
It's going to be left.
Left. Isn't to the left a minus and to the right a plus? Well, let's stop arguing and find out. Ready? Go to y3 in parentheses. Ready? In parentheses, x plus 3, close the parenthesis, and then square the outside. And where does this graph move? Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I'm explaining it algebra.
Where did it move? Left, yeah. So anytime, here you go. First thing, anytime it's on the outside. All right, anytime the number's on the inside, we're moving left and right. Okay, outside it's up and down, inside left and right. And here's the thing you got to remember, and it's kind of crazy, but it goes the opposite direction. Okay, it'll go the opposite direction when you're moving left and right. And that's what we're going to do with our sine and cosine curves today. Move them left and right. All right, along with up and down. All right, so again, number inside the parenthesis, we're moving left and right, and it goes opposite. So I see a plus sign that tells me left. I see a minus sign that tells me right. Questions? Because I want to go through this pretty quickly, but still calling you guys. All right, here you go. So number 1, I have f of x is 2 sine x plus 3. 2 sine x, and this is day 4.6. I want to shift it to the right 4 units. What's that new equation look like? Shift it to the right. So I hear right and left. That tells me it's got to go something in parentheses with the x. So I have g of x. Here's my new equation. G of x equals. Everything's going to stay the same. I'm not changing anything. Everything's going to stay the same, except now I got to show how I can go right 4. So the 2, still going to stay 2. What's that? Let's review here. What's that 2 telling me? Up and down to where? Max and min, right? Max and min before I shift. Sine. Now you're ready. Here's where the right 4 comes into play. Parentheses. How are we going to write it's going to the right 4? X plus or minus? Remember, it goes opposite, right? So I'm going to go x minus 4. Everyone see the adjustment? Plus, that doesn't change. There you go. There's my new equation. Whatever's inside the parentheses tells me I'm going left and right.
Does that have a new frequency then?
No.
No.
Okay, Zach just asked, is there a new frequency? No. What's in between the sign and the x?
1.
A 1, so your b value would still be 1. All that affects is moving the graph left and right. And I promise you we won't have to graph anything like that. Okay, I will never ask you to graph something that moves left and right. I just want the equation or actually tell me where it's going. I will never have you graph it though. Anything else you want to ask on here? Let's go. Anything else? All right, now I'll give you the equation. Tell me what's happening. So number 2, whoo, baby, look at that. 3 sine 2/3 x minus pi and a plus 4 at the end. Amplitude, period. Here's our new term today, phase shift. That's right and left, all right? Phase shift is right, left. Tell me what it's going and how many units. So when I see the word phase shift, that tells me, hey, I'm asking, is it going right or left and how many units? All right, you guys ready? Let's start going with the numbers. I'm going to keep asking this. 12, 13, I think it's 13. Anybody got a 14 in the house? 13 it is. All right, first question, what's the amplitude? Amplitude. We could find min and max, we could, and do the amplitude formula, but how can I find the amplitude just given the equation? Where is it? It's the a value, right? The positive a value. Amplitude, never negative, never negative. So what's my a value in this equation? 12, what's my a value? No 12. We'll keep going till we get somebody. 2, what's my a value here? 3. And I want you guys to know, even if I put negative 3 there, it's still 3. Amplitude, always positive. The negative just means you're going to flip. All right? Even if I put a negative 3 there, the amplitude is still 3. Always positive. Period. You got a formula for me to find period? 11. What's the period formula we've been using? 2 pi over b. Can we identify where b is in this equation? Hopefully. 3, where's my b value in this equation? 2/3. So everyone ready? 2 pi over 2/3. Are we comfortable handling this at this point? Not leaving it like that? 2 pi times 3/2. Anything cancel? 2's. 2's go, so I'm left with 3 pi for the period. Just make sure we're good. 2's cancel. What's up next? Phase shift. All I need, right, left, how many units? Look inside the parenthesis. Look inside the parenthesis. 11. Am I going right or left first? Minus. Right or left? Right. And then how many units? What's there?
Pi.
Yep, right, pi units. And don't freak out, we won't have to graph it. I just want to know how many units, right or left. And then vertical shift. We've done this before, vertical shift. Make sure you tell me up or down. 9, what do you got, up or down? Up 4, yep. Whew. There you go. Hard hitting. Anything? All right, 2 more. Write the equation for me. It's a sine curve. Ooh, reflected over the x-axis. What do I need to add in? Horizontal shift, right and left, right? Horizontal shift of pi over 2 to the right and 3 units up. Whew, here we go. What's this bad boy going to look like? All right, let me first start with reflected over the x-axis. What do I need? So I need attached to the beginning of my sine curve here. This says I'm flipping it. 10? Negative. So everyone, negative sine x, sine. Gotta have the negative. That's the reflection. Ready? Pi over 2 to the right. Pi over 2 to the right. So I know it's going to be inside parentheses. X, you tell me the rest. Pi over 2 to the right. What should go inside the parenthesis? 8 minus pi over 2. I always go opposite. So right, I minus. Good, subtract. And what's the deal with 3 units up? 3 units up, 10. Yep, on the outside. Make sure that's on the outside of the parentheses. No distribution, you're done. Just to make sure, reflected over the y-axis was here, horizontal shift was here, and then 3 units up was here. Guys feel comfortable, or you want to ask anything before I go on to the last one? Because I'm going to let you do this one on your own to end it. All right, I'm just trying to get you guys prepped for tomorrow because we're going to start some word problems with all these. Hey, a little Ferris wheel. Anybody ever been in Ferris wheel? Enjoy them or would prefer not when they get stuck at the top? Is anybody those, and I'm calling you those people that get to the top and stop and just start shaking the boat wherever you are there or whatever you're in?
Oh, yeah.
Start freaking everybody out. Yeah. Yep, I'm that guy too. Just because I know my wife hates it and my daughters get a kick out of it. So, stop rocking it. What did I tell you? All right, relax. All right, we're not going anywhere. Okay, have a little fun here, Mom. All right, anyway. Takes 7 minutes to make one full rotation. I'm going to stop right there, even though it has nothing to do with the problem. You know what they're telling you there? 7 minutes to make one full rotation. You know what the 7 minutes is? And this is just getting into tomorrow. That's another way of telling you the period. That's how long it takes to make one full rotation, 7 minutes. So 7 minutes, and I know it's not going to have any effect on the problem because I'm not going to need it, but that's the period. Okay, so just getting you guys ready for tomorrow. So they give me this big sine curve. Looks pretty intimidating, right? Look at that thing. But we know what each piece means. Okay? And we're asked for one full rotation. What's the car's minimum height? Minimum. Have we found min and maxes before? Okay. A lot of this in here is just here to scare you. We're not even going to use half of the stuff that's in here. So let's talk. How do I find the minimum value? Don't get freaked out. Ready? I'm going to ask the same questions. What was the old minimum before I did? Because there's a shift here. A shift up. What was the old minimum?
-70.
70 to negative 70, right? The old minimum was negative 70. And I shifted it where?
Up 80.
Up 80, plus 80. This is not, the stuff inside has nothing to do with me. This is right here. There's where I, horizontally shifted. I'm not worried about that in this problem. So what's the minimum height? 10 feet. Yep. 10 feet. That's it. All that fancy stuff in the middle didn't need it. Okay, so here's what you guys have for the rest of the period, and we are going to work, and I'm going to come around and sit with you individually if you need some help. Here's the order that you're going to start doing things. If it's already completed, you go on to the next one. All right, so packet pages 22 to 23, that's all graphic. These are the previous 2 nights' assignments, basically. All right, so I want all the graphs on pages 22 and 23 to be done. Then you move on to pages 27 to 29, 3 through 6. If you keep on finishing, today's assignment is a Delta Math, 4.6. Chromebooks out, please. Let's go. Chromebooks out. I want Classroom open with all the answer keys so you know you're doing them right or wrong. So if they are wrong, you can call me over. All right, don't give me this Monday morning, oh, I got to wake up. Let's go. Let me just stop the video.